Welcome to horror heaven. Horror heaven!
Last week we discussed folklore. Today we get more specific. This is what we call an urban legend. Contemporary folklore passed on as a true story. Something you might have heard about mixing Pop Rocks and soda.
Supposedly, your stomach and your intestines burst.
Voila, still alive. Mr. Brooks, please.
He's gonna explode! Somebody call 911!
They are the legends we've all heard.
Gang members drive around at night with their headlights off, and when someone goes to flash from their high beams to warn them, they kill them.
The stories we've all told.
Guy and a girl, and they're parked out in the woods. The guy steps out, and the girl starts to hear these scratching noises. It's her dead boyfriend hung from a tree.
The tales we've all listened to.
Isn't there another story about a guy with an axe hiding in a woman's back seat?
My mom still checks the back seat before getting into a car.
But just because it never happened doesn't mean it never will.
The decapitated body was found in her car.
I knew I should have gone to NYU.
This girl, she could have been any one of us.
What if there is a lunatic on campus?
What is he gonna do next, huh? Maybe put spider eggs in bubble gum?
The idea of an urban legend serial killer, it's a stretch.
The call's coming from inside the house.
Could it be an urban legend?
Something I can help you with.
I want to know what's going on here.
Someone out there is taking all these urban legends and making them reality.
Urban legend.
Have you heard the one about the microwave?
Alright guys, so you just saw the trailer there. Hopefully it brought back some good memories for you guys, because I know it does for me. This is actually the second horror movie that I ever saw in the movie theaters. I saw Scream was my first one, and then this was my second one. So there's some fond memories for me of, you know, one of the first times going to an R-rated movie and something that looked scary. I was so excited for it, and it definitely has a special place in my heart. So like we do with most of these things, let's get right into the cast. And this is a kind of a who's who from 1990s. There's some people that were just starting to become stars, some people that went on to be massive stars, and we had two horror legends mixed in there too. So let's just go at the top with Alicia Witt is the main character, and there is also a young Tara Reid in there as one of her friends, as well as Rebecca Gayheart as one of her friends. So right there you got a bunch of really badass chicks all thrown in there together, which is really cool. We have Jared Leto in there, relatively young. We have Joshua Jackson in there with some of the worst hair you've ever seen. What did they do to Charlie Conway? And then you have Loretta Devine playing Reese, the security guard. And whenever you get down to it, we have two legends in there. We have Robert Englund, Freddy himself, as the folklore teacher that's teaching these kids these urban legends that are kind of getting adapted into these kills. It's always cool to see him, you know, out of the makeup, kind of getting to do his thing without being Freddy, because he does. Freddy is what he's best known for. But Robert Englund has a lot to offer as an actor, and I think he's very criminally underrated. And then we have one of our favorite Scream queens, Miss Danielle Harris, who only kind of has a small cameo in there. She's the main character's roommate. We probably see her for a total of 8 or 9 minutes on screen. But those 8 or 9 minutes are awesome because she looks awesome. She's the goth chick. Every time they go in there, she's playing Marilyn Manson. She's playing Rammstein. She's playing Monster Magnet. She's playing Stabbing Westward. Just love it from top to bottom. I thought it was so great having her in there. All right, so what's the movie about? Just to do a quick, you know, there's going to be spoilers in this video if you haven't figured that out yet. The movie came out like 30 years ago, so if you haven't seen this shit yet, that's on you, not me. Hit pause right now, go watch it, and come back. But we're about to get into everything. So there is Pendleton University is where they all go to school. It's this Northeastern university, and every year there is a party on campus to basically just an excuse to drink and party, but it commemorates a massacre that happened on campus where a bunch of students were killed in what they called Stanley Hall. It was the Stanley Hall massacre. And the university has done a lot of stuff to try to take this memory away from people, but the students still have their party every year and all that. I get it, it's all good. And then this year, around party time, people just start dying. People are getting killed in all these weird ways. The place goes from one of the safest universities in the country to a place where bodies are piling up. You don't know who's doing it, you don't know why they're doing it, but you do start figuring out how they're doing it. And they are doing it according to various urban legends. They're not just throwing crap against the wall and hoping it sticks. They kind of make them fit the story and everything like that. So each kill is very unique, which is really cool. And like I said, they fit the overall narrative of what's going on. The killer looks kind of neat. It's got this massive hood over their head so you can't see who they are. You can't say, is it a guy, is it a girl, anything along those lines. So it's really much a whodunit type thing, very similar to I Know What You Did Last Summer, similar to Scream, you know what I mean? They don't hit you over the head with who the killer is right off the bat. Okay, so what are some of the bests of the movie? I'm really not even going to get into the low points. The only low point I can really think of is Alicia Witt. I know she's our leading lady in there, and she's not horrible. I'm not crucifying her here, but I just don't think she's that good. She overacts a lot in there. She's the weakest performance of everyone in the movie. How she got the lead, I don't know, but she did. So that's probably the biggest problem I have with the movie. The movie came in at about an hour and 40 minutes. That runtime was great. I thought Jamie Blanks was really good directing it. Some of the shots they got were really cool. They did some different things with all the kills. There was a lot of inventive kills in there. You know, they stuck to the urban legend thing, but they did them all a little bit different. So even if you knew the urban legend, you thought you knew exactly what was going to happen, boom, there was, you know, it took little turns there to kind of enough to keep you on edge. I think the best scene in the movie is by far the opening scene at the gas station. In fact, you know what? It's so good. Let's just take a second and watch most of it right now in case you forget how awesome it is, and then we'll jump right back into it as soon as it's over.
Run out of gas?
Yeah, fill it up, please. Freak show.
Miss, could you come inside for a minute, please?
What is it?
Credit card company's on the phone.
Is there a problem?
They want to speak with you.
Okay, hold on a minute.
How good is that scene? So good. Not only is that the best scene in this movie, it's one of the best opening scenes in any horror movie ever. Not just 90s ones, not just slasher ones, not just any, no qualifiers. The first 5 or 6 minutes of this movie I will put up there against any horror movie in all timers. The acting there is great by the girl that plays Michelle. The guy at the gas station is creepy, but you end up feeling for the guy. The pouring down rain. We do have to listen to Total Eclipse of the Heart, so yeah, that hurts. But still, you think you know what's coming, you're wrong. And then when you kind of know what's coming, boom, you see it, and it's just done well. Everything about the scene is awesome. The only thing I would change is she would be playing any song other than Total Eclipse of the Heart. The best acting in the movie, it's kind of a difficult one because, like I said, I wasn't a big fan of Alicia Witt, but she was our leading lady and got the most screen time. Everybody else was good, but they were in small roles. This is probably the least annoying Jared Leto's ever been, but I'm going to go ahead and go with Rebecca Gayheart. She ends up being our killer. So before that, she's kind of the really awesome best friend. She looks beautiful, she fits, and there's pretty good chemistry with her and the entire cast. But when you finally get hit with that, that curveball and you realize she's the killer, she really lets go. You really feel for her. You can see the pain in her eyes when she's talking about why she's doing it, what was taken from her, what led to this. You can really feel for her there. And then whenever she gets to go full batshit, she's really threatening. You believe everything. I thought she was amazing in this movie. Even at the end, when she kind of hits you with the cliffhanger, she's not dead. She hits you with the "this is how the story really goes" and does that big smile, and it's just very well done. She's awesome. One person I would like to throw a little extra love towards is Loretta Devine, who plays Reese, the security guard. Awesome character. She's funny. She's cool. She's just, everything about her is awesome. And then my personal favorite thing about her is whenever they come in and they see her sitting there watching Pam Grier movies, because Pam Grier is my favorite actress of all time. I love, love, love Pam Grier. So seeing her sitting there watching Coffee, of all movies, which happens to be her best movie, is just awesome. She knows all the words to the scenes and everything like that. And you can see when she gets the gun at the end and she's helping out, she's kind of letting in her, her inner Foxy Brown or inner Coffee out, which is just really cool. I thought she was such a good character. And Loretta Devine's awesome. And the big question, what is the best kill in a movie full of really good kills? There's at least 3 really strong contenders, including that opening scene. But since we gave that the best scene award, I'm not going to give it both of them. That's just no fun. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Dean getting killed in the parking structure. He's talking to Reese, she leaves, he's all alone there, so you get the feeling you know what's coming. He checks the back seat, he does this, he does that. You're looking around waiting for something to happen. Then he turns at a sound he hears and then cut right across the Achilles tendon. I can't imagine how bad that has to hurt. You get that tendon sliced all the way through and he leans forward and it opens a little bit. It's really, really, really gross. And it's painful as hell. He's screaming. He starts crawling. The killer gets out from under the car. You're waiting to see, is he going to finish him off with the switchblade, maybe grab his axe? What's going to happen? And the killer gets a little inventive with it and takes the parking brake off, throws the car into neutral, and the car starts rolling slowly towards the Dean. And by the time it gets to him, yeah, that happens. He's right over the severe tire damage, and just, it's such a cool kill. You don't see it coming. It's mean. And oddly enough, it's one of the only ones that really doesn't tie into any kind of urban legend, so you really have nothing to go on. Even if you know your urban legend's really good, this one just comes out of nowhere. It's a regular old slasher kill that was completely awesome. All right, so what are we going to rank this movie? As always, before I do that, I have to do the usual stuff. Guys, please like and subscribe. Please send this channel out to all of your friends. Send it to the horror community. If you know somebody, have them check these videos out. If they like them, throw me a thumbs up and a subscribe. If they don't like them, throw me a comment and tell me why. I can't get better without feedback from you guys. I love doing this. I feel like I'm doing a really good job, but maybe I could be doing a better job. You guys got to help me out, though, and let me know what's going on. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. So, what are we going to give Urban Legend on a scale from 1 to 5 skulls? We are going to give it, drum roll, 3 out of 5, which is a very strong rating for this movie. I like almost everything about it. I can't really think of anything I didn't like other than Alicia Witt as the main character. It almost would have worked out better now that I think about it. You know, I'm not a casting director, so I don't know who the hell they could have got that was better than her. But it almost would have been better to flip-flop her and Rebecca Gayheart. Rebecca Gayheart could have got more time on screen, as good as she is. And then less Alicia Witt you might have been able to handle that better. But seeing her so much with her overacting, it didn't work for me. But still, 3 out of 5 is pretty good. I like the movie. I think it's one of those ones that really gets forgotten because everybody remembers Scream. Everybody remembers I Know What You Did Last Summer. You had Wes Craven's New Nightmare was kind of right in that range there. But I throw this right up there as probably the second best. Yeah, it's probably the second best slasher of the 90s. There's no doubt that the first Scream is better. But this is better than I Know What You Did Last Summer. This is better than Wes Craven's New Nightmare. This is better than, that one's not really a slasher, but it's definitely better than People Under the Stairs. Like this is one of the best 90s movies. If you want to see a 90s slasher and 90s horror movie, kind of get the feel of that. The music, the people, the clothes, everything like that just screams the 90s. So thank you guys so much for watching. For right now, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Please be safe out there. I love you guys. Thank you. Bye.
Welcome to horror heaven. Heaven, beautiful pain. Welcome to horror heaven.